Some thunderstorms out there this evening. We have our weather impact alert for the next 2 to 3 days, actually Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And the rain's really going to be picking up as we get going into the next 24 hours or so, especially even by tomorrow morning. There's also a little bit of breaking news. The Hurricane Center has now upgraded the chance of development for tropical systems, mainly east of Florida. That's up to 40%. I'm talking about it right now over on our 10 Tampa Bay Plus streaming app. You can find it there. Thanks for watching. We'll get you right back to programming. Come on over and watch for free 24/7 on 10 Tampa Bay Plus. Okay, guys, we are looking at some showers and thunderstorms. Corey, if you could take the air out of my ear, please. I appreciate it. Thank you. We have some rain developing, obviously, but we have a little line that's offshore. That's kind of going to continue. We're going to really start to pick up our rain chances as we get going here over the next several days. But what you're going to notice now is that we're going to start to see more and more rain, and especially Wednesday afternoon and Thursday, some of that rain is going to be heavy at times. We had out Hardy, DeSoto, and parts of Highlands County, kind of in the cusp there, we had 3 to 4 inches of rainfall earlier today. Right? And now the Hurricane Center just recently, just now, has bumped this up to 40% chance of development. It's not a lot, but it's higher than what it has been, right? It started at 20%. Not only that, they got a small chance for it to be near us over in the Gulf, but they've actually extended this area up towards just about the Cape Lookout almost, right off of Cape Lookout in North Carolina. So the models are trending like there may be a little bit better opportunity for some small, weak development out here off of the Carolina coast, off of the Georgia coast, probably the Carolina coast. It's tough to tell east of Florida, okay? So that's kind of the breaking news with this. Not a big deal still. We're just looking at rain here in the Tampa area. And in fact, we've got some pretty good rain now. Now look at those showers inland. First, I want to take you back down to the beach here, though, because look at this line of showers that's coming in. I think it's actually going to break apart, but it is gorgeous looking out there. Let me take you live to our Bellwether Beach Resort camera. Let me find that for you because it's a great looking sunset out there. Look at that. Just gorgeous. You can see some of the rain, as a matter of fact, as it's falling on the bottom of those clouds over there. Look at that color out there. Absolutely gorgeous today. And this, again, I think most of it will end up falling apart, but some of this will move on shore. And we've got a westerly flow, west to southwest wind flow, and that's going to continue to give us that onshore rain chance. Now, typically when that happens, you get the rain to come in the mornings, and then it blows inland in the afternoon and you're drier, but not under these circumstances. We're actually going to be seeing, because of all this moisture out here in the Gulf, we're going to be seeing waves of rain, right? It's not going to rain all the time, but you're going to get some showers in the morning and wait a few hours. You're going to get another round of showers coming in from off the Gulf. Wait a few hours, do it again, okay? And I think that's starting really early in the morning, maybe 5 in the morning, and then kind of going through Thursday night into early Friday morning. Then Friday we'll start to dry things out just a little bit. That's what the modeling is looking like now. We'll talk tropics here in just a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the radar because we do have some rain that's finally fallen apart. But this area here from, say, Polk County, say Frostproof down to Avon Park to Sebring and Wauchula, that's where we had the very heavy rain from earlier. And in fact, if I put the precip on here, look at this. That area right there saw, and this is just radar estimates now, but you're talking 3 to 5 inches of rainfall. That's about 3.5, almost 4 inches. And that's from a line of storms today alone, okay? Now, the modeling suggested we get from anywhere from 4 to 6 inches of rainfall across the area, especially along the immediate coast. That's already done almost for this part of DeSoto County, all right? So that's the kind of the nature of the rain. You can see, look at if I zoom this out, actually, you can see not everybody even saw rain today, okay? Today was actually, in fact, one of our drier days this week. Wednesday, Thursday, our rain chances will come up. I think Friday, the first half is soggy. Second half, which is 4th of July, starting to look a little bit drier, but I do think we'll start to see some afternoon showers and thunderstorms come back later in the day. So we'll have to kind of dodge them, but that's getting a little bit closer to what we would normally see around here for 4th of July. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday are not normal for around here. It's extra moisture that we have to deal with, okay? So let's talk about the bigger picture now. And it's kind of tough to see this trough here, but it's still sitting a little bit like this. That's what's helping to get all of this form that's been sitting out here. But now there's a cold front, and that cold front is sitting right in here. And in fact, let's let's take a look at it here. I'll draw it on there. And you can see the cold front coming across northern Mississippi, Alabama. That is going to swing further off towards the south. And as it does so, it's actually going to help to start to kind of funnel, if you will, moisture from the Gulf towards us. Okay? So we're getting that already. However, once this front gets down here out over the water, it's really going to help to funnel up the moisture right into us. And that's tomorrow night, and Thursday night. All right? Now, when you get those fronts out over the water, you have to watch them for tropical development this time of the year. Because you have, watch this, when you have winds, basically on one side of the front coming like this, on the other side of the front coming like that. And this is happening over here as well. Now, if you develop showers and thunderstorms out there and you lower the pressure, like we've been doing in the Gulf, really, but it's not developing yet, or like we will do out on the east side of the state, out in the Atlantic, you can get a low to form right here, okay? Or you can get a low to form right here. And now the GFS, let me erase all this, clear it up for you, but the GFS is saying maybe a weak low here, but the European is saying maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, all right? The European's been a much better model. The Hurricane Center says this area and here is the area that we need to watch. So you be the judge. They got just enough room to leave it in there for the GFS, right? But the ensembles of the European model have been suggesting somewhere out here. And then once it forms, it just kind of meanders, maybe drifts a little bit further to the north. Maybe it turns and weakens and comes back into Florida over the weekend, a late weekend and a Monday. That we just don't know yet. We won't know for a little while. But what we'll keep doing is keep watching the models like we're doing right now, and I'll keep showing those to you and you get an idea of what to expect. As of now, this is Sunday, and you can see we've got a low out here. See how those winds spiraling around like that? That's the European model. Not much sitting back here, but it is trying to throw a little bit more moisture back our way. I think Saturday and Sunday at this point, afternoon showers and thunderstorms, okay? A little bit more close to normal for this time of the year. Not our Wednesday, Thursday heavier rainfall that we're going to see. What does this look like then? That will be the key, because there'll be a line where you get some moisture thrown back in, and then there'll be a line in here where you get drier air pulled back in. We're probably going to be on the moisture side, which means afternoon showers and storms. This is Monday. What is this? Is that something? I don't see anything here in the Gulf, right on our coast. That's good. This is typical afternoon showers and storm, and then there you go. You've got something here, potentially, okay? Just the latest run of the European model. This will change a little bit, but that gives you an idea of what we're expecting. So now let's go to the forecast model. This is the high-res model for tonight. I can't rule out stray showers overnight tonight. In fact, I think there will be some, especially after about 1 to 2 in the morning. This is 2 a.m. You can see Hernando and Citrus County. Now, this is going to change a little bit, but the bottom line is by tomorrow morning, for that morning commute, there's going to be some rain around. I mean, this right here is 6 in the morning. Pasco, Hernando, Citrus, and there could easily be one in Pinellas at that time. And then watch as we go out through about 8 in the morning. Now, the latest run, the one prior to this, I should say, had all of this on shore by 7, 8 o'clock. Now it's 8 o'clock, it's still offshore, but watch what happens by 10, 11 o'clock. Look at that. That is heavy rainfall. That could put down 2, 3, 4 inches of rainfall. Yeah, in a short amount of time. That's why we have our weather impact alert for Wednesday and Thursday. We could see some flood watches. We have not had anything issued at this particular point. Takes a lot to get them here in Florida, but we could do it just because of the amount of moisture in the air. And then notice this is noon on Wednesday. Let's go out to tonight. Let's kind of forward back up. This is a different version of the model. 7 a.m. That's noon right there. Okay. That wave goes in, and then look what happens. Did you see that? That wave from noon is over here now, and then a second one formed. And that's the difference with this west wind when you have all this moisture out here. You don't just get the storms to form and they blow over the East Coast and you're done. They blow over the East Coast and you make more, right? You get a little break and then you make more. And then that's 5, 6 o'clock. Let's go through the evening hours. Still raining through about 10 o'clock, and then we'll get a little bit of a break. Then guess what we do Thursday morning? Once again, here comes the rain again. Now, this time the rain is a little bit further to the south, but you can see we still have rain all the way up here in Citrus County. That's Thursday morning, 11:30 a.m. By the afternoon hours, still quite a bit of rain around. Now, notice it's not raining in Polk County right now. It's not raining in western Hernando. It's raining right in this strip, I-75 strip. This will change. This is not exact. But the point I'm trying to make is it's not going to be raining everywhere all the time over the next couple of days. It's going to be spotty, but when we do get it, it's going to be on the heavy side. This is Friday, at about 11 in the morning, and look what's happening. And I sure hope this happens. This is drier air working its way in. So look where most of the rain is in South Florida. I mean, Jacksonville's looking good. Daytona's looking good. Tampa, we're close. We're close. This is as far out as the model goes. But I do think there's still, even here, there's still enough moisture in the afternoon and early evening hours to make some storms. But this is much better than what Wednesday and Thursday look like. So when you're talking about the 4th of July and fireworks and parades and all that good stuff, we do have a better chance of getting that stuff in here on Friday. In fact, I'm hopefully trying to be at the Safety Harbor Parade right about there at this time, 11 o'clock on Friday. So I hope this model holds. But I do think there's a chance that we end up getting some afternoon showers and storms into the evening hours. Here's the rain chance. So I went about 80% for tomorrow. And that's spotty, but it's not going to be, it's not like one big line coming in, okay? But it will be kind of coming in waves throughout the day. 80 to 90% on Thursday, and especially Tampa southward on Thursday. We'll start to increase the rain chances, Manatee and Sarasota County. Now on Friday, this might have to come down a little bit, and that would be great if we could do that. But the very first half, see this rain here, this darker colors and the yellows? That's the very early morning hours of Friday, the very first half of Friday into the early afternoon. Notice that up here up north, see all that rain, see all that rain? You don't have as much here, okay? That's the dry air working in. You see this on Saturday, same thing. And this is afternoon showers and storms. Obviously, there's a little bit more moisture in the atmosphere down south than there is up north. So you heat things up, you get afternoon showers and storms. You get less where you have less moisture. You get more where you have more moisture. Now, Sunday looks even drier than that. Dropped it down to about 50% chance, but we'll have to wait and see again what happens for the, what was that, Coy? I couldn't hear you. Okay, so that's a look at the moisture. And so what I'm showing you now is basically a description of all that extra moisture in the atmosphere, these darker greens, and that number you see there, over 2 inches. That's a lot of rain. That's a lot of moisture in the ground all the way up. And when you have thunderstorms and just showers come in with that much moisture, now it can pull down a lot more rain. And that's why we may get a flood watch. That's why we have our weather impact alert, okay? And then this is the European model, so this takes us out through Saturday into Sunday. Let me slow it down here actually for you. This is, let me back it up here. This is Saturday, because you'll notice some of the drier air coming in. That's Saturday there. You see it trying to come down right there, especially north of Tampa. But then look at this moisture tries to wrap back around Sunday and into early Monday morning. So right now the weekend's kind of up in the air just a little bit. Rainfall totals, this is from the Weather Prediction Center. They're still saying 3 to 6 inches. They actually came down just a little bit on some of their numbers. You'll see the highest numbers are going to be right here along the west coast. See that orange you see near Tampa? And then look out east of us. You see all that out in the Atlantic there? That's part of that tropical moisture, and that's something to indicate that we could see a little bit more rainfall, a little bit more of development, at least a little bit out there. This is our excessive rainfall outlook, and you can see for today where we're talking about. That's about where we're seeing rain this evening. Tomorrow, look at this, they've bumped it up, and they've added Tampa into a slight risk, which is a 3 out of a 5. Certainly have that on Thursday, and then on Friday, that's good news. They're dropping it out just a little bit. So we will take that. The 7-day forecast, well, let's just start with tomorrow. You can see we're going to have pretty much chances for rain on and off throughout the entire day. It does keep us a little bit cooler. We'll be in the mid-80s more than anything else. That's great news, right? But we will keep the breeze up a little bit out of the west and the south.